She did. I'm gonna turn up her mic.
Oh, okay.
And let me give y'all some room together.
There's some room together. Okay. Yeah, that's my producer, Decisive. Man. I just love that woman to death.
Hey now.
And yes, the guest that I got coming on today, she is actually virtual from VA, and she's a comedian. She's a real funny comedian at that. And I literally had met this comedian at Silks last week when we was performing at their open mic, and she was on. Oh man, she must have did something funny.
Yeah, she up there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know I was up here yet.
You pull it up on your phone,
You said what?
You can see it on your phone from Facebook or YouTube.
Oh, for real? Oh, snap! Wait a minute. Oh yes, technology. Yes. There we go. Wait a minute. Let me go on over here on Facebook and see what type of wig she got.
I didn't put a wig.
Oh, you ain't put no wig on. Okay.
No, I didn't put a wig on.
Okay, no, I thought you had put on a wig.
Well, thank you. I was going to put a wig on, but I decided against it.
Well, yeah, she is. I mean, she still got the looks with or without a wig. I mean, even if she was bald headed, she would.
I got locks underneath it, so I ain't bald.
Oh, so you got locks underneath it?
Mm-hmm. Baby locks.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, okay. Well, now that we can't hear you, let me go ahead and introduce my guest. This is Ste Funny Denise.
Ste Funny.
Ste Funny. Oh, my bad.
It's a play on words.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now I see. Okay, I see how you're. Oh my goodness, man! You got the nice specs.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. But hello, everybody. Yes, I am Ste Funny. My name is actually like a play on words. My real name is Stephanie. But since I started comedy, I didn't really have a comedy name in the beginning. I made a post randomly one day about something funny, and one of my high school homeboys had put up there, like he wrote the name out Ste Funny, and I was like, oh shoot, that's gonna be my comedy name. So I've been running with that ever since. It's just a play on words for my name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, so okay, so we had met. So yeah, we had met at Silks,
mm-hmm.
and like my first question is this, and I ask all comedians this, what made you get into comedy, and how long have you been doing it?
I've been funny my whole life.
Yeah.
But I won like class clown when I graduated high school and a whole bunch of shit. Wow. But I was never introduced into the comedy world just until last year. Last year I went skydiving. Like last July I went skydiving. And then after that wild experience, one of my best friends asked me what I was going to do for my 35th birthday. And I was like, I'm going to try stand-up comedy. And I did it for the first time last year. September 24th is actually going to be my year date. So it hasn't even been a year yet.
Wow.
Yeah. So ever since I did it, September 24th, I've been having shows ever since. I've been hosting. I produce shows. I've hosted shows. I perform at shows. I do all kind of stuff.
Okay, nice. Yeah. And any upcoming, so we got listeners. We're Cleveland's #1 internet radio, so we got listening from all over. So can you tell our listeners, just in case if anybody's listening from your state, or anybody that lives nearby, what upcoming shows you got?
They could be listening too. I hope she told her friends they could be listening to her right now.
Oh yeah,
right. I don't know if it hooked up to my book face. Hopefully they're on it and they go to my page and they can see it. What shows do I have coming up? August 18th, I will be in Greensboro, North Carolina. August 20th, I'll be here in Danville, Virginia, performing. August 28th, I'll be here in Danville again performing. All these shows are. One is at the Artist Block. I don't know how to do this. The one on the 18th I'm at the Artist Block in Greensboro, North Carolina. August 20th, I'll be at the Gospel Hut here in Danville, Virginia. August 28th, I'll be at Cultural Restaurant Cultural Lounge Restaurant, August 28th.
Yeah.
September 1st, I'll be at the Richmond Comedy Zone, a part of an improv show. September 4th, I'll be in Virginia Beach performing at Kazi's with my man Quincy Carr. September 11th, I got a show. September 18th, I got a show. September 24th, September 30th. Yeah, I'm out here in these streets just a little bit.
Man, oh my goodness, man, shit. She making more moves than I am when I first started out. I'm getting.
I love it. I just like to talk to people, and I like to go to shows, and I just put my name out there, and that's all I do.
So how'd you find out about Silks when
So that story is very funny. Okay, so I actually my third or fourth show ever, I performed out there in Akron. I think we were in Akron, either Akron or Cleveland, and I performed with Janky Promoters, and I was a part of a lineup.
Oh, shout out Janky Promoters.
Yeah, I performed with them. She actually knows my brother. She got hooked up to me because of my brother, and I performed with Precious. What's Precious' last name?
I have no idea, but
Precious Hanley. I think it starts with H. I'm sorry, Precious, if I'm messing your name up.
Oh, Williams, I think.
Yeah, so me and her had a show last year. So we just did an actual radio show last week, August 3rd, with Stefan Braxton.
Oh, Comics on Life.
Yeah, we did that show, and nice. I told her I was coming into town last weekend, and I was like, let me know of any open mics or any events that I can go to just to get on stage. So she gave me the Silk show, and she gave me the other show that was at I can't think of the name of the first open mic I went to, but the first open mic I went to was okay. It was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. One of the comedians got up there and said he was going to perform someone else's material.
Yeah.
And the host was not having it, and it was about to be Nuck If You Buck Cry Mob. It was rough. It was rough in there. Shit. Yeah, it was rough. So then I came to Silks, and I was like, well, shit, I need to get on stage because I need to let this steam off because I ain't get on stage, and they was about to fight. I was sitting on the bar eating my chicken. They wouldn't let me get on stage. I left. I came to Silks, and Miss Chandler, Jen gave me an opportunity to perform that night.
Okay, nice.
And that's how that happened.
Yeah, shout out to Jen. You know, she's funny.
Yes.
Funny comedian. And
absolutely.
She's also a great host. You know, me and her, we've done. We still do writing sessions together. Whenever we're like preparing for a show, that right there is I call her I call her my comedy sis.
Mm-hmm.
Because since day one when I met her, we clicked instantly, and she was one of the comics who told me that I did have what it takes to do comedy, and yeah, I really do, I really do appreciate her.
Absolutely,
really do appreciate for that. So yeah, so shout out to her and to what she's doing, at Silks right now because yes, she is a good host, and she's also hosting at one of the most popular spots in Cleveland. So which is actually going on today too. So
it is. I saw her post information about it today. I saw that.
For those who don't know, and Silks now has open mics every Thursday at 9 p.m. And it's not just comedy. You can do whatever you want. You can do poetry. You can do singing. Rapping. It's whatever you want. It's pretty much it's an open mic for anything, not just comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And Denise, so
you can call me Ste Funny. You can call me Stephanie
or Stephanie. Okay.
Denise is my middle name. I just put that up there for the razzle dazzle.
I need to call you by your stage name anyway because we in entertainment right now.
Ste Funny.
All right, so shame on me for doing that.
No, that's all right. That's okay.
So Ste Funny. We got a caller coming in.
You got it.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi Ryan, it's Maxie Spivak. How are you?
Oh, Maxie, yes, I'm doing good.
She told me to call in at 5:45. So.
Oh, okay. Yes, but yes, I'm so glad you had called in. Yes, it is so good to hear from you. And I'm on. Well, I guess you don't even. Well, I guess I was gonna let you do the intro for you to introduce yourself since we had since I think you'll be better at it. So you'll probably be better at it than me.
Oh, you can go ahead. I can add to it.
Oh, okay. Well, Maxie, yes, me and Maxie, we actually have worked on a production together that we cannot say too much about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys might have heard about it. It's an untitled LeBron project, and yes, and that's where I had met Maxie. Um,
Yes, and it was amazing doing your makeup, Ryan. I enjoyed it. You're amazing talent, and it was an honor doing your makeup, and you did a wonderful job as an actor in it.
That's awesome.
yeah. Oh man, thank you. Yes, and Maxie, man, Maxie is officially my favorite makeup artist.
Okay.
She kept me together in between the takes, and Maxie. So while we got you on the phone, real quick, how long have you been in that industry when it comes to like doing makeup, like makeup effects?
A few decades. I'm Emmy award-winning makeup artist, designer, department head, and for over a quarter of a century, I was department head makeup and department head hair for Turner Studios and Turner Sports, working with inside the NBA, which won several Emmys as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm honored to always work with Ernie Johnson Jr., Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley, and Shaquille O'Neal.
Awesome.
Oh, nice. Man, yeah, okay, yes, see, Maxie, man, yeah, she is the woman, right? As you can see, she worked on quite a few stars, and out of all the stars that you have like worked with, who would you say is probably the the best one, or your favorite one personally, or like the best one you might have
Well,
worked with?
everyone's a favorite in special ways. I have my favorites in sports, like Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. I had the honor and pleasure of working with Kobe Bryant over the years, and did a lot of his Nike commercials. And he was so gracious to me, and dear to my heart is the homeless, and he knew that, and he helped me on one event with the homeless many years ago, and it touched my heart and my mom and dad's heart as well.
That's super good.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, because I know that, and I know that like some people, you had some people, man, who be thinking that like Kobe was like a jerk and stuff, but I never really, I never sensed that from Kobe.
No, he wasn't.
No. And one of my favorite things about him was I style too and do the hair and everything. And this one television interview he did for TNT Sports, he just looked just so dashing in a periwinkle vest. And everybody would say, why periwinkle? And it just sparkled his eyes and his skin. And he had received so many compliments wearing that. And I was so happy to be a part of that.
Nice. Do you have any? Any most memorable moments of any celebrities or any sets that you've been on?
I've worked lately the past couple years on period films, and in 19 we worked here in obviously the Cleveland area for a couple months. The end of 19 was it I think end of October, November, and right before, the week before Christmas on Judas and the Black Messiah, which was Oscar nominated, and I also had the opportunity to go to the Oscars. I was invited, and I was just very happy about the opportunity. And going to the Emmys was great, but the Oscars was great. So since I have the Emmys, I hope someday to receive an Oscar. And I'm also SAG-AFTRA talent, and I know that's what you're trying to get, Ryan. And I hope you receive your goal and your dream, and I hope I can be a part of it and your makeup artist throughout your career.
Oh, of course, man. I got you, man. Like I said, man, you got it. You got to record it on the internet right now. That I said he was my favorite, so you got to hold me to it.
Okay, thank you. And my motto is always keep smiling, registered and trademark. And I just really feel people, whatever your passion is in this industry or whatever industry you choose, you should always follow your dream and thank God every day for the opportunity to put in that position or meeting the right people to just accomplish your dream.
Definitely.
And keep smiling as you're doing it and going for it.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Because the main thing is not to give up, especially when you're working towards something. Because like everybody who is literally like who's like on this, like on my show right now, we're all we're entertainers, and we all know as entertainers we got to be consistent.
Absolutely. Another one of my favorites was that I got an Emmy for too was a documentary with Isaac Hayes. He was just a wonderful person. He just loved my mom, and I really enjoyed him. He was one of my favorites. He sang, Shaft and everything, and played the piano stuff, and it was just really wonderful. I've had so many memories, and I've just recently worked in Pittsburgh on a show. They were just really great last month and this month, and just everywhere I go, I just feel very blessed for the opportunity to make everybody feel and look great, and continue with their lives and careers were on their journey. And I work with a lot of talking about journey. I work with a lot of musicians as well, so I just really enjoy it. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Delta Airlines is one of my clients. I do a lot of their training videos and commercials. I'm in Atlanta a lot, and they're very good to me. I'm blessed. Chan Phillips, he's the one that always hires me, and he's just a wonderful person. And I love everything with makeup.
Nice. Oh man, see man, this. Oh my goodness, man! I might as well say I got a celebrity on my show calling in right now.
You do.
Yeah, I got a celebrity call. Well, I got two celebrities.
Right.
Miss Fun, funny man. I got this funny comedian over here right now, and
Oh man.
I also got this makeup artist, man,
I
who is
love
I got
it.
this makeup
Hello,
artist that's
hello,
going in.
and good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Yeah. Hi.
Man, oh my goodness! Now the only one who needs to be a celebrity is me. I need to get from the bottom.
Yeah, you're next, Ryan.
You are a celebrity. What are you talking
We're
about?
gonna see you up on the big screen and lights there. Yeah, your name. Absolutely.
Yes.
You're on your way. You're on your journey. You're being blessed, so this could be your opportunity to open some more doors for you.
Thank you. And but you want to know something, man? Yes, this year definitely has been an interesting one. So yes, I do think there is a little bit more surprises to to still come.
Surprises are really good, and they keep you going. And the invites, I appreciate you inviting me too on your show. And I think it's just it's very comforting to know that you can be around everyone and accomplish what you feel, and whoever you're around also feels that love, and we can kind of move on and carry on with their journey of passion there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the one question I did have for you, Maxie, was this: when it comes to what would you say is probably one of since you have been in this industry, and you got a lot of experience in it, what would you say is probably one of the toughest challenges in the acting? Would you say?
Oh, probably weather element, especially when you're working with period makeup or period or clothes or wardrobe or costuming, and I do a little bit of everything too, but especially period makeup, the weather can be you just got to kind of cover them up more, or just be careful, or if you're doing the tattoos, if they don't want tattoos, it's a period piece, you have to cover the tattoo, so it's a really attention to detail, and so we say weather permitting, and not just rain, but humidity and the heat. Cold kind of freezes them in place, so that's always a good thing. But sweat sometimes, the weather. So I think the weather is it.
Yeah, and not to give anything away, but Maxie, I mean, you do remember them times I was sweating in between the takes when it came to when it came to like room temperature and stuff. Oh my goodness, yes, Maxie was a lifesaver, man. That's why she's my favorite makeup artist. I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah, she made sure I was touched up.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah, definitely. So you felt just comfortable, I think. I used to get. I'll tell you a little secret too. He's long gone, but I used to do his makeup a long time ago. Dick Goddard from here from Cleveland.
Oh wow.
He used to come to our house, come to my house. I used to do a lot of charitable work with the lady he was with a long time ago, Julianne Cashel, and I did a lot of stuff also on TV for Chuck and Little John show. I was on it, and I did some makeup too. And so when I had a big project going on, like a movie or something, I would call Vic up, and he would really let me know the forecast. So I considered him my weather barometer or farmer's almanac. And like I said, he used to come to the house sometimes, and my neighbor next door, Mr. Vesper, didn't believe it. And then one day, my dad called him up, and he came over on the front porch, and he goes, "Holy cow, it really is Dick Goddard. So what's the weather tonight?" You know, so it was hilarious. I'll never forget that moment.
Oh, okay. Wow. So you definitely do got a lot of memories and as you see, yes, and a lot of stories too. But yes, well, one day, man. Well, one day, yes, I definitely would love to have you in here in the studio. The in person as one of my in person guests.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you for the invite on that. I'd love to.
Yes. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you got like a lot of stories, interesting stories, funny stories, and not only that, still even more to even come.
Yeah, and I can tell you one other kind of funny thing with makeup with the powder puff.
Yeah.
Many years ago, I did a commercial and some interviews with Jim Belushi, and I made him a puff. That's my signature with the personalized powder puff and that.
Yeah.
And he was hungry because he just got off a plane, and he thought that was a cookie, and he had it in his mouth, and it's on video. So I laughed so hard, the whole crew did. So that's one of my funny favorite moments with working and doing Jim Belushi's makeup.
Oh wow.
That is funny. Wow, that is. Wow.
So yeah, I do have some good stories, some good little tidbits and stories and that. But yeah, so thank you.
Yes. Well, yes. Well, yeah. Well, like I said, yes, definitely, man. Would love to have you come into the studio one day, and and then we want to also, man, want to thank you again for calling in. Man, I definitely do appreciate it. And oh, excuse me. Yes, I definitely do appreciate it because I always love having interesting guests and callers at the same time. Just.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. And I like working with you doing your makeup and seeing your career grow to where you want to be. And I hope soon you get your SAG card and you get a big part in a movie or TV series. So, I wish you well with that too.
Oh yes, no doubt. And thank you because that's actually what I'm trying to work on right now. Is at least become a SAG actor because I didn't realize the requirements that you had to do in order to become one. So, but I know I'm not far from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And if there's anything I can do to help you along your journey to receive your SAG card, I'm with you.
Oh yes, thank you. And while we got you on the call, why don't you can you tell where can our listeners find you at, like as far as for social media?
Okay, well, I'm on Facebook, and I also, my company's Makeup Artist on Wheels Inc., registered and trademarked. I can give you my cell phone if you want to call. I still do weddings, headshots, consultations, and of course films, my love, and television, sports, and music, rock and roll. So, yeah, if you want, I can give that. You can get in touch with me. It's up to you.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Well, look for our listeners out there. Yes, you know where to find her, and when you do find her, she'll give you her info because Maxie is good people to work with.
Yeah, so thank you. Find me on Facebook, and you can message me, and then we can go from there.
All right, cool. All right, Maxie. Well, yes, thank you. Yes, thank you for calling in, and and then and then actually, and then was it? Oh no, wait a minute, no. Well, actually, no. We wasn't about to really go into it right now, but like so. Actually, I do have a question for okay. Am I saying it right? Steve Funny. Is it Steve Funny?
Stephanie, like
Steph Funny?
Stephanie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie. Okay, Stephanie Funny. Yes. Um, so like my question for you is this. And so just like how I had asked Maxie, what would you say is one of the challenges of comedy?
Staying consistent, coming up with material, being able to work material,
Mm-hmm.
and just finding a specific lane. Like I said, I'm still pretty new into the game, so I'm still trying to find my actual voice in it. So mine is just, you know, coming up with power moves to go wherever I want. That makes sense?
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. Because and the only reason why I asked is because and oh Maxie, you still there?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
still there, I was
Okay.
gonna chime in. Yeah, that's wonderful, just keep being, reaching that spirit you have, your passion inside you, and it'll guide you to the where you need to be.
Yeah. Well, yes, definitely. The only reason why I asked both of you guys this was because well, when it comes to comedy, like we all know that getting on the stage is not easy at all, and
Right.
acting is also can be a challenge too. But Steph, can you ever recall? And even though you haven't been doing comedy for a year, was there any time you could recall the worst that you had ever bombed?
Probably the beginning of this year. No, matter of fact, it was
Sure.
last year. It was actually last year. I had did a show in a barber shop where everybody was smoking. I
What?
don't smoke weed.
That,
So I ended up getting contact high and I was just talking in slow
Come
motion and
on.
trying to do
okay.
my jokes. People still laughed, but you know that high laugh, like they was like fresh on the blunt. And it was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. All right. Okay. But that was in the very beginning. But as far as like getting on stage being hard, I've been on stage almost my whole life. Like I ran track for 10 years, and then after I
Yeah.
ran track, after I tore my ACL, I was on a dance
Oh man.
team. I was on a dance team for like 4.5 years. So we would travel up and down the East Coast. Like I was on 106 and Park a few times, and we opened up for celebrities back home in Virginia, in like Portsmouth, Virginia, and we went down to audition for a Sierra video. So being on stage that's not the hard part for me. The hard part for me would be to make sure I'm being relatable to everyone, even if I'm just telling my story. If that makes sense.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I always tell comedians that I ain't gonna say I was gonna tell comedians this, but like one of my fears of why I was always scared to do stand up in the beginning was simply because of bombing. And I'll never forget, even Jen Jen told me this. Jen Jen said, "Oh, you are going to bomb. You're definitely going to bomb, no matter what the case is, or no matter no matter how good you are always going to bomb. Everybody is going to bomb." And sure enough, I did bomb. I've actually bombed. I bombed twice, I think. Yes, I have actually. Yes, I bombed twice, and my most recent one was at a class reunion, and that was a nightmare. Like,
Oh, no.
yes, it was
What
class.
happened?
It was
What happened?
it was class of 1975 who was having their reunion. They was having
Oh
their
my gosh.
45th. They was having their 45th high school reunion at front stage megaplex at and this was last year. This was last year, and we get there. Me and the comics get there, and we didn't know that a high school reunion was going on. It was South High School's class reunion, and we did not know that this was going on. But the host had asked the people out in the audience. They said, "Hey, we got some comedians here. do you want to hear comedy or do you want to enjoy your reunion? And and I could have sworn a lot of them said enjoy our high school reunion.
Oh man.
But
Oh boy. Yeah. What?
but
So the
since
host just
we
threw y'all on stage?
well the reason why the host decided to let us still do comedy is because you had some comics that came from like Youngstown and Akron that drove. And and then and then everybody's just nervous. They're nervous, and me, since I'm a team player, I chose to go up first. And
Okay. You
and
had to initiate it,
Yeah,
right?
you had to get it out the way.
Initiate
You had
it.
to get the kinks out.
yes, to knock the kinks out, to get it out the way, hopefully have everybody's attention. Oh my goodness! I go up on stage. I was supposed to do 5 minutes, and I think I only did about maybe like 3 minutes. Did about 3 minutes. I had went at it with this guy who was trying to heckle me and stuff. So,
Oh
and
no.
he was pissing me off. So that was when I got off the stage, and I told the comics, I said, man, that was literally the most embarrassing thing I had. That had to be the most embarrassing moment of my life in so
Oh
many years.
no.
Oh my
That
God.
was, and for that moment, I did think about quitting stand up.
Mm.
But then I thought about, okay, no, this right here is normal. And that was when I realized, you shouldn't always do comedy. You can't do comedy anywhere or at any type of event. And now I know not to ever not to
Right.
now I know not to do comedy at a now I know not to do comedy at a high school reunion. And that right
Yeah.
there is
They
that right
didn't
there I have to
request
say is
it.
the
If
word.
it wasn't requested, I'm not going to do comedy. This is a 45-year reunion. How can you relate to them?
Exactly. And that was the thing. They was not relating to none of the jokes I was telling because me, Steph, you saw me.
Yeah.
You saw me. My jokes can be kind of inappropriate. So
Right.
yeah, they wasn't really feeling the inappropriate jokes. It was almost like telling jokes to your grandparents. And
Man.
you know how grandparents can be. Grandparents can act like, okay, we don't like inappropriate jokes, but we love them
Right.
but we loved them when we was younger. But now that
Right.
they older, they want to pretend. But now that they older, they want to pretend that they don't like them.
Mm.
So yeah, it was and this was back when I used to go up on stage with panties on my face as a face mask. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. Decisive remembers that. Yeah, Decisive remembers that because she saw
Wow.
me. She saw me do stand up once, and yeah, that was when. And that's not in my act anymore. And I'm glad it's not. Looking back, I'm glad it's not in my act anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, but they didn't even find that funny. And I'm like, oh man, oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, the older crowd, of course, they're not going to really find this funny. So yeah, I call that the worst I ever bombed.
Shoot. I would have talked about how many people was at the class reunion. It's a 45-year reunion.
Yeah.
Should have been 45
How
people
many
there.
you think were in? Yeah. How many you think were in the class reunion in '75?
Oh man, it had to be at least about 30 of them, I think.
Exactly. I would have talked about that.
Well,
Everybody
Yeah.
ain't making. They gone now. That's
That's
the
not
age
that
where everybody
many.
start leaving.
yeah,
Shoot.
there was a guy I was going at it with.
That's a small pack.
Blanket.
Yeah. Yes, it was. And if you want to talk about people who be smoking and be drinking, now the time before that when I had bombed it was at this open mic. It was at oh man, I'm trying to remember what the name of the place is. It's out in Lakewood somewhere. Um, I can't think of the name right now, but I know it's out in Lakewood, and the open mic.
On Madison?
You
On
said
Madison?
I think it's off of Clifton somewhere.
Oh, Clifton? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's off of Clifton. Damn it, I cannot think of the name of that bar. But anyway, yes, it was an open mic, and Jen Jen was there too. It was me, Jen Jen, and some other comedians. We was coming from TikTok Tavern after doing their open mic, and we Ziggy's Bar. That's the name of the place, Ziggy's Bar. Ziggy's Bar in
Okay,
Lakewood. Yes,
That's a great place. Yeah, that's a great place.
it's a great place, but not that night. It really wasn't because I mean it wasn't the only reason why I would say I bombed there was because I'll never forget you had me, Jen, and it was like 5 other comedians. We go there and the open mic started at 11:30 at night, which was already a bad idea. So we get there and we sign up. I go on at like 1:30 in the morning, and at that time everybody's either drunk or they stoned at the bar, not paying attention. I get up on stage, and the only people who really have my attention are Jen and 2 of the other comedians they're the only ones who's listening to me right now performing. So yeah, I pretty much just told whatever joke I could think of that night. It was yeah, that stuff like that. I can understand how that could be annoying too, Steph. Because like you said everybody in there was you said
They was
everybody in there was
they was high as gas. It
yeah
was hot shit.
yeah, and that right there is hard to get. That's already hard to get a crowd's attention when you're dealing with a stoned audience. But I don't know. I'd rather deal with somebody who's high than drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when you're drunk, you're doing for drunk.
It's more entertaining, but you seem to get their attention, you know?
Yeah, and it also depends on the drunk too. Because I've seen a drunk once actually go to a comedian, and he almost was about to get up on the stage, and I mean, and the comedian was lighting his ass up, but like the bouncer had to throw the drunk out.
See, I haven't experienced none of that yet. I haven't experienced like
You say you haven't experienced any of that?
so
Oh, man. Did we just lose Steph? Oh,
I'm still here.
okay. We still got Maxie. Steph. Oh, Steph.
She
Okay.
fixing the stuff.
You said what?
So she fixing the stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she. Okay. See, this is when technology is a pain in the ass. Oh man, yeah. This is definitely when technology is a pain in the ass. Oh man, Steph, did we lose you? Or wait, man, let me shoot her a message. Okay. Oh wait a minute, hold on a second. She is messaging me. She is messaging me right now.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. She said she's coming back. She had to go take a call. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
oh wait a minute. So I just realized something else. So Maxie, not only do I have you who's also work behind the scenes, my producer here, Decisive, she's also at work behind the scenes. And Decisive, is there what would you say is probably is there any memory you remember? What is the most memorable set you ever been on, or the most fun you ever had on a movie set?
All of them are the most memorable. Like I've been on the Fast and Furious set, I've been on the Marvels, and I think that for me, um, now a lot of people that are listening, I've said this before, are gonna be shocked because I didn't say Fast and Furious, but those are dramatic car scenes. Like those spook me. Like I come from a family of drag racers, so seeing cars flipped over and hanging off of buildings and stuff like that, that kind of spooks me. So that was not my most favorable moment. But the Marvel sets, the Tower City scene, the East Night scene, especially the Tower City scene with all the people, and my the guy that is now one of my daughter's favorite characters, which is low key. That scene was filmed there. And everything. Yep. The whole that was super dope. Being around all those people, all the extras and stuff, that was super dope. And then working with on the set with Trevor Noah, and because
oh wow.
yeah, and because I had parts in one of the I had parts as one of the writers in one of the episodes. Like that was one of the most memorable, super dope times. And to see your name go up, go up on a TV screener, You know, go across on the TV screen as one of the writers. You know, and
the credit roll. That's
for
always
sure.
a joy. It's always a joy to see it on the credits.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So super good.
Nice. And
and I did have a good time working with BET on College Hill and Bobby Jones Gospel.
Oh yes, College Hill. Yes, nostalgic.
The old College Hill.
Yeah. This new College Hill. Oh
it
man,
was good.
Yeah. Okay.
Minus Ray J.
Okay. Yeah.
Mine is Ray J. I think Ray J is the show.
No, he ain't the show, and I'm glad that he didn't. Oh, I might be giving some away if I tell y'all seen it. Okay, so yeah, but you can't become on there as no clown. He didn't do nothing. He won the show. Nene and the Bristol was the show.
Ray J gave me Donald Trump vibes on this show.
Oh, well, he went to go see him.
No.
Yeah, he went to go see him. Yeah, but he was barely there. You know, he wasn't involved with the rest of the, you know, people. They tried to get him involved. It didn't work out like that. And he thought he was going to slide through. And those people were like, no, our reputation as one of the most prestigious colleges in America stands long before your stardom does. And so you can kick rocks. Try again later. That's what happened.
Yes, it is. It's very. I would say that the new College Hill is very. It's very amusing.
It was good. It was really good because the
I
season
still gotta
is over
finish
with
it.
now. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I still gotta finish it, but it is very amusing. I mean, I still don't like Ray J's ass, but yeah, it is a very amusing show. And Steph. Okay, so Steph is back, and I literally had just forgot what I was about to get ready to ask you, and it was a comedy question. Actually, no, it wasn't even a question. It was actually what I was still going to tell you. You said you never had dealt with a heckler before, right? Or you never had dealt with a drunk or nothing?
No. Well, I did. Well, when I had my birthday show last year, I had a few comedians come out, and one of them that performed in my birthday show. It was his second show, and he didn't get through his whole set because he had a heckler. So she messed him up so bad he ended up ending early. So he told me about it before when he came back to the back, and I was like, you know, who was messing with my comic? And they pointed to the lady. She was drunk as hell. So I got in on her, but that's the only time that I had to deal with a heckler. But as for me, I'm on stage dealing with a heckler, somebody messing with me. No, I haven't dealt with that yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I've only dealt with it. I've only dealt with it twice, and and I'm surprised that I haven't dealt with it a lot. But it definitely, I mean, not the scariest stuff, but it is going to come. It is going to come.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. It's okay. I know how to bounce back. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying because the stand up, game is not for everybody. I've seen some people take it way too hard, and literally after they have a bad moment or if they bomb really bad, they just choose not to do it no more.
Nah, so, I'm good on that.
Yeah, so it's definitely a tough game, and you definitely gotta have some tough skin.
But try not to get too discouraged. You know what I mean? Maybe
oh no, I'm not gonna get this. I've been messed with way worse than someone just trying to pick up me on stage that don't even know me. So I will be all right. I'll be okay.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I'm actually ready for that day. I'm actually waiting for it.
You said you're waiting for it? Oh, okay.
Yes, absolutely.
It can be fun. You know what? It can actually be fun to deal with a heckler or a drunk or whatever because especially when you make them look stupid. Because once you make them look stupid, then yeah, they be thinking twice about okay, yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
Right.
Yes.
So, I mean, I think it just make me better as far as like improv. Like I'm just gonna have to be able to go off the top of the dome with that person or calm them down. I work in mental health, so that's how I know I'm gonna be able to handle it. Yes, I work in mental health. I've been working in mental health since 2017, and I'm actually in school right now for my master's to become a clinical mental health therapist. So I'm trying to incorporate the two. So dealing with a heckler would just be like dealing with one of my clients that's having a bad day, or if I told them no. So I'm like, I'll be able to handle that. I'll be able to handle it.
Yes, and I feel you with mental health because I work in mental health too. I've been working in it. Yeah. I've been working in it since 2016, but then I had stopped. I stopped in 2017 for a few months, and I stopped in 2017, then came back to it in 2019, and been working in it ever since. So
Yeah.
so I know, so I definitely can get your understanding.
Yeah, I can use those coping skills and interventions I be learning from mental health. I can use them right
Yeah,
on stage. What? Make that person feel like
definitely.
a client real quick. They start crying and want to tell me their whole life.
Oh man,
Shit.
I used to tell a joke about my job too. I haven't even used that joke. I think I might use it again.
Might as well.
Yeah, and oh
Hey,
and
I'm getting a fan of you. I'm getting a fan of yours. I told a few people, about being on your show today and that. So my cousin Davida,
yeah.
her birthday's tomorrow, so I want to wish her a happy birthday. But she was the flower girl in my parents' bridal party. So she said she's enjoying your show.
Oh man, oh man, thank you. I do appreciate that.
Yeah,
See,
she just texted. Yeah, she just texted in here as we were talking.
oh nice, nice. Oh, and that also even brings me back to you, Maxie, because I did have a question. I do have another question for you because I remember you had said that you have been to. You said you've been to the Emmys and you've been to the Oscars.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to the Oscars and the Emmys, so like you said you when it comes to the Oscars and the Emmys, you said you enjoyed the Oscars more, right?
No, I enjoy both.
Oh, you enjoyed both?
Because
Okay.
one's, for television, one's for film. So the Oscars, I got to go to a gifting, which is something I always wanted to go to since I was a teenager. So that was a sweet, sweet gifting, a lot of goodies. Not everything like the major Oscar nominees get, but still it was a sweet deal. I mean, it was just nice to be invited, lunch flowers and some nice, wine, Chardonnay, Naka, and just a lot of nice gifts. But just everybody was so gracious. It was just a memory that you'll have forever.
Okay, yes, because I would love to attend an Oscars or an Emmy award show. Because it just seemed like it's just so fun. Like so you when you was there, so you was able to like go on the red carpet and all that and everything.
Yes, yes, I got invited. They gave you like a pass because you were nominated or knew someone that was nominated and you were on this list. And like I said, I've won some Emmys, so that helps too. So yeah, it was my time, my turn, as I would say. It finally was my turn. So I was just so enlightened, excited, gracious, and oh my gosh, it was a dream come true.
Oh man, well yes, that is good. I mean, we got an Emmy award I got an Emmy award winning person right here on my show. Oh my goodness,
Mm-hmm.
man, my ratings better go up now.
Okay.
Yeah,
My ratings better shoot
definitely.
up.
Let's plug those ratings, all these callers. Yeah, definitely.
And speaking of the Oscars, here's my question for all three of you. Um, so did you Will Smith, he did that he did his little apology video to Chris Rock. Um, do you guys think that he really meant that or no? Well, what do you think? I'm gonna start with you first, Steph. Do you think that he really meant it or do you think that it was just for publicity?
No, I don't think it was for publicity at all. I feel like we have always seen the really good side of Will Smith. We've always seen him perfect. He came out rapping first. He never cussed. He was in all these movies and TV shows and all that. And he's had to deal with a lot of negativity with his family alone, with his wife, with his kids, with
Yeah.
everything. So I just feel like even though the joke may have been extremely minute and small in Chris Rock's eyes, Will Smith had enough. That was that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and he had to smack somebody. And if it had to be Chris Rock, it had to be Chris Rock. I just feel like we can't, we don't know what else kind of day he had, and we can't say if he was right or wrong because we can't tell people how to feel. We can't tell people how to feel wherever they're at. It doesn't matter. If somebody feels a certain type of way, wherever event they're at, they gonna pop off if that's what it's gonna be. I just hope moving forward we keep this Will Smith that's not afraid to show the West Philadelphia born and raised side because that perfect Will Smith, I'm done seeing him.
Yeah.
I like the flawed Will Smith right now.
Yeah.
I like the flawed Will Smith right now. I like him a lot.
Yes. And do you
So,
think that do you think that he should have done that backstage, or do you think that he should have done that out in the
hey
open?
man, he did it where he did it at. We can't say
Yeah.
where he was supposed to because he did it where he did it at.
Yeah, because some people say that like he should have. Some people said that he should have waited till he had went after the Oscars was over, like at the after party, so that way cameras wouldn't be on them and stuff
Yeah,
to do
but
it.
you know, side note though, I think that personally, you know, because him and Chris Rock and Tony Rock, as we're finding out, are extremely, really good. Well, were, you know, extremely close friends. I think
Yeah.
that, you know, personally, Chris Rock might have crossed the line because he knows a lot of what's going on behind the scenes in Will's life, and you know, for Will, it was like a moment of, you know, outside of total confusion and, you know, having a trick for a wife, you know, in total confusion. You know, he was like, "Hey, look, I still think he should drop her," but in total confusion, you know, he did what he did. Like, I cannot believe this fool sitting up here doing this, knowing what I'm dealing with at home, and so he comes to smack,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, I'm gonna say, yeah, and I'm gonna say I had the pleasure of meeting both of them. I
yeah,
actually got to do Chris Rock's makeup for an interview once, and then with Will, I did quite a few, NBA All Stars, and I think it was the one in Philly. It was on the East Coast one a few years back, and I had to touch up, you know, Charles and Shaq, so I was like on the court there, and I had like a little seat for my makeup stuff, and I would sit if I had to, you know, so you blended in with the audience. And Will and his family sat next to me, and then next to me was Star Jones, and that's when she was doing The View, and and she wanted to, talk to him, and I said, I think that's why I'm in the middle, because he just wanted to enjoy, you know, the 3-point and the All Star game and everything, not
right.
be interviewed. So he was very polite. Will was very polite to me and everything. So I want to remember him that way. You know, being next to me, and meeting his family. So you don't know what goes inside a person's thoughts when that actually happens. You know, and I don't know what he was thinking at that moment.
right.
Yeah. And actually,
I'm glad he apologized too.
Yeah, I'm glad he did
I don't
too.
feel like he had to.
I'm glad he apologized.
Yeah.
I'm glad he apologized. But yeah, that was, that one's in the history book. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely, and which also, yeah, because I was actually about to ask you. Next, Maxie, if whether or not do you feel like he really meant it when he put that video out, his apology video.
I think sincerely meeting him and being around him during that game, he was very polite to me, a real gentleman, family man. He brought his family to the, NBA All-Star game, the one I was working at.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really want, because that was the time I met him, I really want to, quote, unquote, remember him in that light as opposed to the other light. That's how I feel.
All right. And decisive. I remember because I think and I'm trying to remember last time. Yes, I think last time you did say that you think he did mean it when he had put it out. Yeah.
You know, because
I feel it was sincere. The apology was sincere, definitely.
Yeah,
but like
definitely.
I said, we don't know what went through his mind when it was happening with Chris Rock. And like I said, I met both of them. I worked with Chris, and I just really feel, you spend time with some people for a short amount of time, that you want to remember them, quote unquote, in a good light and being respectful of each other. So yeah, that was, I just want to remember the good times with them.
So I have to kind of like hurry up and go. I got to get something done. But I definitely want to answer the question as far as if he was sincere in his apology. I wholeheartedly believe that he was sincere in his apology. Like we said, Will Smith has been known to be Mr. Perfect. Like he's like the ultimate man that a lot of men want to be like. A lot of women would like to date, Will Smith. But he's also been on this spiritual journey of healing and being a motivational speaker and, just speaking light and love into a lot of people. And he
Yeah.
may have got triggered. And being that
Yep.
he got triggered and he wasn't able to stop himself before the trigger got a hold of him, he felt bad. So it was a genuine apology because he was triggered and he didn't know how to, pull himself all the way back in that specific time. So I think the apology was absolutely downright genuine. Plus, he's a Libra like me, and we have big hearts. We be popping off,
Yes,
but at the
Libras.
end of
And
the
my
day, when
dad
we're
is a
wrong,
Libra.
when
Sometimes,
we're wrong, we're going to take accountability and full
yeah,
responsibility. Like,
I
dang,
agree
I
with
did what
that.
I did, and I apologize. I didn't mean to hurt you or nothing like that. So
I
yeah,
agree with that.
absolutely,
And sometimes Libras are like that to a fault. Like Jesus, like y'all get your hearts away. Like
we
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm a
We do.
witness.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we do.
Yes. That is true. That is true with the Libras. Yes. I think
My dad's a
that's why I
Libra.
like y'all Libras. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like,
Now that I think about it,
yeah,
yes. When it comes to the women, yes, I do like the Libras.
Libras are good people. I'm a Leo, so L&L, we're good people.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and like I said, yes, and Maxie, yes, definitely is good people. Well, y'all, all three of y'all, good people. So yes,
Thank
the
you. I'm a
Leos and the
Cancer.
Libras.
I'm a Cancer.
Cancer. Oh yeah, the cancers are cool too. Yes, some are.
Yeah,
but
they
then,
are.
Yes, but yes, you guys are cool.
Absolutely.
And Steph, funny. Before you go, real quick, can you is there any shout outs you would like to give, and also where can our listeners and viewers find you at on social media?
I want to give a shout out to you, Ryan, for having me on the show this evening. I really genuinely appreciate it. I'm going to shout out all my family out there in Ohio, my brother, my mom, my sister-in-law, my nephews, and my niece. You can find me on all social media platforms at Steph Funny Denise. That's STE capital FUNNY Denise. Steph Funny Denise. I got a bunch of shows coming up. I'm coming back to Ohio to perform some more shows. So yeah,
Oh
that's where you
yeah,
can find me at.
Definitely got to check you out.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's funny.
Yes, definitely. It was nice talking to you.
Yes, absolutely. It was wonderful to meet
Yes.
you, ladies, as well.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
guys.
thank you so much, Steph, and we'll definitely let have you back on.
All right, thanks.
Oh yeah, no problem. All right. Oh man, yes, very funny comedian right there. Oh man, and and then man, you want to know something, man? When it's just so I don't know, man. Like I think that one thing I have to say that when it comes to doing comedy, and I've been told this a lot in my 3 years of doing stand up, is that a lot of people will be liking to give me props for get up on the stage to tell the jokes because everybody be like, oh, Ryan, Ryan, man, I gotta give it to you, man. Going up on that stage, telling jokes, and being in front of a big crowd, man, it takes a lot, man. I don't know if I can do it. I mean, I'm funny, but I don't know if I can entertain all of them people. And I'd be like, yeah, it's a challenge, but hey, it's also fun too. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
your passion.
definitely.
Well, I'm going to say again, thank you for having me too. I'm going to have to run here in a bit as well. So
Okay.
I thank you as well, and I've enjoyed it, and I wish you well, and I want to tell everybody to keep smiling out there and to continue to listen to your show. You're amazing.
Yes.
And,
Oh man, thank you. And before you go, is there any shout outs you'd like to give?
again, a happy birthday to my cousin Davida.
Happy birthday.
And my family, her birthday's tomorrow officially. My true love in the music business. Just all of Cleveland, all of Ohio, all my friends in the ATL and in California, and just everybody I work with. Everybody's such a blessing, and I like everybody to succeed in what they're doing. And just, just keep smiling and just be happy. Every day is a blessing.
Oh yes, definitely. And with that, and speaking of having to run, we're actually about ready to go into a music break. So
Perfect timing. I love it. Perfect timing. Thank you, Ryan.
yes, thank you, Maxie, and we'll be talking to you.
Okie dokie. Okay. Bye bye.
All right, bye bye. Yes. All right, you guys. Yeah, so we're about ready to go into music break. It is that time right now, and if you do want to call in, for those who are just now tuning in or if you forgot the phone number is 216-939-5087. That's 216-939-5087. And we'll be right back with the rap radio show with me as your host, Ryan A Polk. Oh man. Oh man. When I get back, you gotta show me the pictures.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm still looking for the text. I gotta go back some years.
Quiet conversation makes me warm. So warm. Summer rain whispers me to sleep and wakes me up again. My rain. Sometimes I swear I hear her call my name and wash away the pain. My summer rain. In the middle of the night when I'm alone, I feel her kisses on me even when she's gone. Can't wait till she gets home. Whispers me to sleep and wakes me up again. Sometimes I swear I hear her call my name and wash away the pain. My summer rain. I don't mind if it rains forever. Rain, let it rain. I don't mind if it rains forever. Rain, let it rain. So go ahead and make it rain. Bring the sunshine back again. Go ahead and make it rain. Pretend to touch and wash away my pain. Whispers me to sleep and wakes me up again. Sometimes I swear I hear my name and wash away the pain. Summer rain. Summer rain. Whispers me to sleep and wakes me up again. Sometimes I swear I hear my name and wash away the pain. Summer rain. So go ahead and make it rain. Bring the sunshine back again. So go ahead and make it rain. Touch and wash away my pain. I need you to sunshine back again. Give us something make it rain. Touch and wash away my pain. Whispers me to sleep and wakes me up again. Sometimes I swear I hear to wash away the pain. Summer rain. Summer rain. Whispers me to sleep and wakes me up again. Sometimes I swear I hear her call my name and wash away the pain. My summer rain. Summer rain. Whispers me to sleep and wakes me up again. Sometimes I swear I hear her call my
Hey, hey. Go ahead and make it.
Here it is, a groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. Cool dance, but what about a groove that soothes and moves romance? Yeah, your song's a mix, and if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. The theme of summer's of the past, just the bass and let the alpine blast. Pop in my CD and let me run around and put your car on cruise and way back 'cause it's summertime. School is out and it's sort of a buzz. But back then I didn't really know what it was. But now I see what happened. It's the way that people respond to summer madness. The weather is hot, girls are dressing less and checking out the fellas and tell them who's best. Riding around in your Jeep or your Benzos, or in your Nissan sitting on a red zone. Back in Philly, we be out in the park. A place called the Plateau is where everybody goes. Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Pumping at the honey in front of you with the right eyes. She turn around and see what you beating at. It's like the summer's a natural aphrodisiac. And with a pen and pad, I can roll this line to hit you at the kitchen quick for the summertime. It's late in the day and I ain't been on the court yet. Hustle to the ball to get me a short set. Yeah, I got on sneaks, but I need a new pair. 'Cause basketball court in the summer got girls there. The temperature's about 88. I'm in the water club, just for old time's sake. Break to your crib, change your clothes once more. 'Cause you're invited to a barbecue to start the door. Sitting with your friends, and y'all reminisce about the days growing up and the first person you kiss. And as I think back, makes me wonder how a smell from a girl can spark up nostalgia. All the kids playing out front, little boys messing around with their girls playing double dutch. While the DJ spinning the tune as the old folks dance at your family reunion. Then 6 o'clock rolls around. You just finished wiping your car down. It's time to cruise, so you go to summertime. Hang out, it looks like a car show. Everybody come looking real fine. Fresh from the barbershop, fly from the beauty salon. Every moment frontin' and maxin'. Chillin' in the car, they spend all day waxing. Leaning to the side, but you can't speed through 2 miles an hour, so everybody sees you. There's an air of blow up and of happiness, and this is the Fresh Prince's new definition of summer madness.
birthday month.
Oh, that's right. It is. Him and yeah, that's it.
And
Yep.
Kobe.
And
Kobe birthday passed.
Oh, yeah.
Or was it the 24th?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure when Kobe's birthday is. Okay, we can go back on after this.
Okay. My nephews, my daughter, and my nephews, and they love some Michael even to this day. When they were little, especially my nephew Xavier, shout out to the leprechaun. He used to be like the bitter gene. I'm like, what's bitter
The
gene?
bitter gene?
Yeah, bitter gene.
Dude,
Yeah.
man. Man, oh yeah, and happy birthday to the King of Pop.
Absolutely.
Because this is his birthday month.
Yeah, for sure.
We do miss that guy so much, and I still remember. Decisive, do you remember? So it's Michael Jackson's death was one of those moments where I remember what I was doing.
Yeah,
when he
too.
died. Do you remember what you was doing when he died?
Yeah, I was at home and on my way over to my in-laws, and we were still waiting on confirmation that he had passed away. And I'm like, no, please, no, this is way too soon. Like, what the heck, But at 5:36 p.m., they officially announced the passing of the King of Pop.
Yes.
That he had passed away, and I was in tears. Like, we used to wake up on the mornings in my neighborhood playing I'll Be Theirs, and got to be there by the Jackson 5 before we went outside to play. And we played it and so that the whole neighborhood would want to hear it, because the whole neighborhood wanted to hear it. Like, that was our, as kids, even though he wasn't our era, like by the time we grew up, he was just Michael, the solo artist with some works with his brothers, but that's how great the music was, and that's how great he was and his brothers were as artists. Like, like, how could you not love what the Jackson 5 did? Gotta Be There, I'll Be There,
Well,
I Want You Back,
course.
Stop the Love, you say making your own, yeah. Yeah, so that's how our morning started with I'll Be There, and got to be there to be there in the morning. So yeah. So that's how it started. Like, man, it's part of childhood. And
yes,
I had a
classic.
crush on him. He was one of the first concerts that I went to, so.
Oh snap! How was he? He's
super amazing.
Yes, he's one of the artists I would have loved to see in concert.
Amazing.
What year? Okay, what year was it? Was it the Mike? Was it during the Thriller era?
Yes,
it was.
In the
Oh
80s.
man,
It was. It actually is beyond the Thriller era. It was when the Jacksons had got together. This is the Victory album, and this was the Victory tour. Yeah, and this was back when the stadium was the old Dog Pound Stadium before it got renovated into Progressive Field. So yeah.
Dude, he is definitely one of those artists I would love to go. I would just love the time travel to go back and see him in concert. Him, it's just so many. Legends I would love to go back in time and see, like Michael Jackson, The Temptations, Tupac, Biggie,
I saw
NWA.
Yeah, I saw Tupac.
But I would really love to go back in time to see the Temptations in concert. Probably because when I was and this is where I have an old soul, which is funny how you had mentioned Michael Jackson and how you grew up listening to him. So when I was a little kid, or in elementary school, that Temptations miniseries, that used to be one of my favorite. That used to be one of my favorite DVDs to watch.
Wow.
Yes, it was. I mean, my parents really wanted to know why did I like the Temptations so much. So
you never got a chance. You never watched or pulled up the Jackson 5 TV show, the cartoon.
No, I didn't even know they even had a cartoon until when I saw the Jacksons and American Dream. How in the opening credits it showed the cartoon. Yeah. Yes. I mean, and now I did YouTube some episodes later. Yeah. And I'm just wondering, like, oh my goodness, how come this cartoon, they don't really talk about it? Because it seemed like it's not really that popular.
It was. Well, not now, of course, because it's so much historical and good, valuable stuff that's just not, because this culture, for some reason, no offense to anybody that's living in it and is a part of it right now, but, like, this culture does not believe in history, and that is
definitely
not safe.
True.
That is not safe. That is not good. It is not safe, because all things come from something. That's why so many of them records are getting dropped and stuff, because they're using other people's stuff. And it's like, first of all, you have to have permission, you have to give credit, and then they want to be paid for it.
Exactly.
Unlike a Khalees and Beyonce. Shout out to the Beehive.
Yeah.
But they're just not interested in history. And there's so much good, rich history when it comes to music, along with everything else in life. But we're on the music right now, and they're just not interested. And I'm like, that is true.
And yeah, because these artists do want to get paid, especially when it comes to like sampling their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, did you I don't know if a lot of you knew. Like, okay, you remember Little Flip's "Game Over"?
Yeah, Game Over.
Yes,
Yeah.
such a good song. That guy actually had used the Pac-Man.
Yes, he did.
He did, but I did not know that Namco sued him for it.
Yeah, they did.
Because he used it without their permission.
Yeah, he did.
And he even admitted in the interview that he was like, yeah, he was wrong. He should have asked for their permission.
Yeah, that's why his name is Lil Broke right now.
Yeah. I didn't, because I was looking at his CDs. I'm like, he released so much of his CDs, but shit, where the hell have they been at?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, he definitely is Lil Broke. Oh man.
Yeah, Lil Broke now because he ain't got nothing. He got still paying people back.
That's crazy. Wow.
You know, while we speaking on it though, we might as well go ahead and delve in real quick. We got a few minutes left. Delve into the Beyonce and Khalees situation.
Yeah. So what's going on with that? Because I've really been following it. So tell me about
it. Ryan.
Yeah, please tell me what's going on.
So Beyonce used the piece of "Milkshake," which is a song performed by Khalees. Yeah. And so when Khalees heard that a piece of her song, she didn't even listen to the record. That's what's bad about it. Yeah. She didn't even listen to the record, but one of her friends called her over like, "Girl, Beyonce knows Carter's using your song, girl." And so Khalees, being the hood rat dummy that she is, because we now know that she's a true dummy. Yeah. But you'll see over time what I mean by that. She went off on social media. She didn't have the professionalism or the ladylike nature, or she wasn't woman enough to call Beyonce or get in touch with Beyonce through her people and talk to Beyonce about the use of her song. No, she went straight dummy hood rat. Dummy times 10, because we do know, like I said again, that she is a dummy. And so she went off, "That's my song! That's my song!" You know, like Sweetie's like, "That's my thing." You know, she's like, "That's my song," you know. And you know, so after all that, you know, them 2 days of yelling all over social media, you know, she ain't got no business. She need to pay me. Beyonce politely took her song and the name off.
Okay.
So
did Beyonce respond to anything back after?
No, because Beyonce's a woman. She ain't nothing but a woman. She's a perfect lady, and she's a woman. And I don't mean perfect. Ain't nobody perfect like that. I just mean in the essence of being a lady. She was perfect in her response, which was nothing. She took it off and she kept it pushing. Now here is the synopsis, and here's the whole picture and parallelogram of what happened. Yes. Beyonce went to the owner of the song, who is Pharrell Williams, and said, "Pharrell, can I use a piece of this song?" Pharrell like, "Yeah, go ahead." You know what I'm saying? Because Beyonce's my, she's like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to use this song because it sounds cute in my song, and I'm going to get this bitch paid because she ain't get paid no more, right? Right. Because in the end, you know, Khalees would have got paid like she's never been paid before. And not only that, like she ain't been paid in over 10 years. Yeah, so she, you know, Beyonce, you know, took the right route. She asked Pharrell let her use it. She took it off. Now here's why she took it off, because she didn't have to. Right. She didn't have to, because in the end, legally, Khalees has no rights to that song. It is owned. The rights and the publishing rights are owned by Pharrell Williams. Okay. The only time that Khalees will get paid by that song is if she was to perform it, and she hasn't performed that song in over 10 years. Okay, see, I did not know that. Here's the gift of Beyonce and what Beyonce did for Khalees in originally having that piece of her snippet of a song on the Queen Bee's track. Yeah. Would have got Khalees paid all over again. Khalees would have gotten paid, and of course, in lieu of the song being what it is, you know, she would have been able to perform it again and get paid like she's never been paid before. But since you want to be that hood rat, you over here hollering out over social media like you were, you know, born in a zoo somewhere. You know, we see zoo animals act a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce said, "Okay, bitch, you don't want to get paid. It's obvious that you don't know business, and you definitely don't know this business. So guess what? I'll do just what you want, and I'll take it off." See, so my opinion on that is. So here's the thing. So, okay, so I did not. Well, that girl blocked her own blessing, though, Ryan. She blocked her own blessing. She did. Played herself. She did, yeah. but see, I'm not too familiar with the music industry, even though I did I did get some experience on working with a record label. But I will say this: see,
See, I did not know that. Okay, so I did not know that Pharrell owned the rights to that song.
Yes,
I
he
thought.
did.
See, I thought Khalees did because it
Nope.
was her song.
Nope.
But okay, but it's one of those situations where so Beyonce had asked the owner, yes.
Mm-hmm.
However, Pharrell probably should have. He probably should have thought about Khalees and be like, "Hey, Beyonce is going to sample your song."
But it's not her song. That's the whole issue.
Well, he should like let her know because if Pharrell knows the type of dummy and ignorant that Khalees is,
well, he probably doesn't. But here's the
yeah.
thing, Ryan. At the end of the day, Khalees, you know you don't own the song.
Well, yeah.
You know, and so when things happen, she would stutter, say, "Well, I know I don't own the song, but he still should have asked you. Asked you for what? You have no rights to it. What is he asking you for? What is he gonna say? Khalees, can I use your song?
Oh no. See, well then she shouldn't have flipped out then if she knew she don't own the rights to the song.
Yeah, she knows she don't own the rights to the song. And then she messed her own self up. You know what I'm saying? Because you would have gotten paid.
Yeah.
You would have gotten paid in an Escalade.
Man, and it's so funny to how you mentioned Beyonce because this literally reminds me of when she sung Etta James' song.
Yeah.
At the inauguration.
And what happened?
Etta James flipped out on her.
Well, she got mad because she wasn't asked to perform it, but she was not mad, and she strictly said that she was not bad because Beyonce did a beautiful song. And then what happened? What happened on the flip side of it? Etta James ended up performing that song again. What did Etta say? I got paid like never before. Come on now.
Well, whoever it was that set that up, I mean, since Etta James was alive at that time, I think that they should have went to her first instead of Beyonce. But I mean, I get why they did it because.
But Barack don't like Etta. Like he like Beyonce.
Oh, he does. Okay, well, yeah.
And Etta don't look like Beyonce.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't. But you know, but like when I saw it, I was thinking like, okay, they probably used her.
Truth be told, what's Chess Records now? Arista, old Chess Records. She don't own that song either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then now
that's why she wasn't fussing over Beyonce performing it. She was just fussing because they did not ask her to perform it.
Yes.
Yeah, but in the end, Beyonce had her come and perform it.
Yeah.
And Etta James died a rich woman.
Yeah, she did. And but like I mean, so now that I know about that, but now that I know that Khalees not own the rights to that song, okay. Khalees just needs to shut up then.
No,
especially
she needs to go get some education. That's why everything you do flop, including your marriage, because you was a grimy heifer. Yeah. But
I can see why. That's probably why Nas left her ass.
She was grimy. She tried to pull some grimy stuff in that courtroom and whatever, Hey, listen, I'm gonna leave that alone. But to the music part, like, girl, you really showed how stupid you are. Yeah. Like, how could you not understand?
And she could have got paid too. Yeah. Knowing that you needed that check, you would have got paid.
We are in this day and age, and how do you let a friend come in and mess up your bag because of your lack of knowledge and because of your uncouthness? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was straight hood rap. That was straight hood rap material she put out there. That was straight hood rap. That was a straight hood rap reaction. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So unprofessional, so unladylike. When you could have just on the backside hit that old girl up, got her people, your people contact her people, hit old girl up like, hey, what's up, sis? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you do that there? You know what I'm saying? I'm all up in the business.
Yeah, when you're sampling somebody's music, you definitely you need to talk to the right person when you're sampling somebody's music. Yeah, and she did. Yeah. She did because another artist, I don't know if you noticed, another artist who samples a lot of music, and I'm pretty sure he makes sure he gets permission when he does it, is Kanye. Yep. Kanye samples a lot of Science, a lot of music.
And so do Jay-Z.
Yeah. Now, one thing I'm surprised that T-Pain didn't get no lawsuit.
Why is that?
Because of that auto-tune that he uses.
Well,
because he got that from Roger and Zapp.
Yeah, but auto-tune is not a trademark piece of material. Like, auto-tune is just auto-tune. Anybody can use auto-tune. It's an instrument.
Oh, okay.
You know it's an instrument, right? You just stick it in your mouth and you play it on a percussion, i.e. a keyboard.
See, I thought that was owned by Roger and Zapp.
No. It's just a music instrument.
So
everybody has rights to auto-tune.
So let me ask you this. So how do you feel about what Usher said about T-Pain?
Now, what did Usher say about T-Pain? Because that I don't know.
So T-Pain said when I was watching this interview with T-Pain, T-Pain said that when Usher saw him in person, he said he was ruining music because he was still in auto tune. You know, like he was ruining auto tune because Roger and Zapp were the best ones to have it. You know, so
well, he just putting it. Well, I mean, you know, Roger did do his best. No lie. You know, I've been searching for someone. Yeah.
And I thought that is it. And I thought Roger and Zapp owned it because they're the only ones I know whoever used it.
Yeah, I know, but
until
it's
T-Pain
just
came
an
around.
instrument. Yeah, it's just an instrument. Yeah, T-Pain came around and he came up where everybody in my music all too now. Like, good Lord, Britney Spears, Jamie Foxx, like you name it.
Kanye be using it. Yeah, but because Usher had told him that
the vocalist.
Usher had said that he was ruining music because of how he used auto tune.
Yeah.
And so that's when I was like, okay, you know, maybe I thought that was owned by Roger and Zapp. And the reason why I didn't hear no lawsuit about it is because he probably asked his family permission for it. But wow, okay, so auto tune is an instrument now. Wow, well, always has been. Yes, but and before we go, you want to know back to what we said about Michael Jackson, Maria, and how we were talking about it. Yeah. The Jacksons, when I got in around middle school, the Jacksons and American Dream was my favorite. It was one of my favorite miniseries. So, and you know, and then I would just love to see them do, even though they did a miniseries, you know, I would still love to see them do like a documentary or something about them.
Yeah.
Because anything with the Jacksons, and you know, everybody's gonna want to tune in to watch.
Right.
Yes. And you guys, oh man, we are literally towards the end of the Rap Radio Show. And before we go, is there any special announcements, Decisive?
Funny how time flies when you're laughing, when you're having fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I just had to say that because it did fast today.
Yes, and it was fun.
But I got some shout outs. First of all, you guys tune in tomorrow. We got Play the Conversations and welcome to the BBW show. Homegirls broadcasting live once again, as she does every second Friday of the month from Smoking Divas Lounge on Euclid Avenue in East Cleveland, Ohio. So, hey, listen, if you're not watching, you probably need to go in and check it out. They got great food. Go in and sing your butt off, you know, like your Whitney Houston or Luther Vandross or, you know, whatever good singer you know of. And then Saturday, we got a wonderful lineup with the Entertainment Plug. We're having some dynamic guests and also Real Talk with Reese. You know, just a ton of good stuff for this weekend. If you're up on the listening side of this, Mixcloud, tune in, live on liveradio.net, Media Q. And we do got some stuff coming up, so stay tuned. I got more announcements coming up. It would have been yesterday with a red carpet premiere, but they didn't let me know soon enough. So we do got more stuff coming up. Y'all, you guys just stay put. Also, oh my God, I messed up today. So next week, you guys make sure you tune in once again because we'll have a school book bag, a school pack giveaway. We'll be giving away school supplies all month long. So tune in, stay tuned. Look here, we don't give you everything that you need, but we get you started in a good way. So, you know, tune in next week, you know, and call in, and we might have a little surprise for you or your kids, your kids. And then also, you know, our sports, the favorite part of our sports season for us, for black people, because we don't really do baseball. Let's keep it above. We don't do baseball, okay, like that. So the best part of our sports seasons are coming back up. The Browns will be playing tomorrow night, so make sure you tune in at 7 p.m. Deshaun Watson will be playing in this game. So if you want to preview, look at what greatness is going to be like when we get over this bull crap, then check them out. And the Browns, you know, to get a look at some of our rookies and the guys that will be trying not to stick around and clown around and get around because they got a good thing going on. And and then the Cavs are back, you know, in practice, and the season will be starting up soon. Soon we'll have a lot of, which I think will start in a week and a half, if I'm not mistaken. Their you know, preseason games and stuff, which you know how the basketball season moves around as far as preseason games. And so make sure you stay tuned with them, and we might have some Cavs prizes, not tickets yet, but we might have some, you know, a couple of, you know, hats and T-shirts to give away from the Cavaliers. So make sure you guys stay tuned in all next week. Next week we'll be giving it all away here on Your Voice of the Revolution.
Yes. All right, you guys. So, with that being said, we'll be back next Thursday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. with me, Ryan A Polk, and we are out. All right.